Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your reading. Capricorn, I would just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who has sent me emails and messages to say how much I've helped them on this channel. You know that by now that we have 140 days left together before I stop doing tarot readings on this channel. I really appreciate all your messages, and I really appreciate you as well. Okay, when I was doing my my meditation this morning, the message that was coming up was surrounding the word hope. Okay, and hope is one of the reasons why I started this channel, and one of the reasons why I do what I do is because I know what it is like not to have hope, and I know what it is like to be at the depth of misery, depression, all of it, and the only thing that you have to hold on to is hope. I remember being very young and having a profound understanding that I was alone, okay, and a profound understanding that there was no one who was coming to rescue me, and I had to figure it out quickly by myself. So when I was 4 years old, I went mute. I stopped speaking for over a year. And in that time, it was an interesting time. But the reason why I went mute and stopped speaking was through child abuse and just going through a lot of trauma and just going through a lot of things that was too difficult for a child to process. So for me, what was happening at the time, I had an aunt, and this aunt knew that I had a gift. I didn't, of course, know that I had a gift at the time. And so my mom used to go to work Monday to Friday, and Monday to Friday, I would go and stay with my aunt. And when I was staying with her, I would wake up in the middle of the night and she'll be on top of me doing some chanting. She'll be just really scary, right? And I didn't know exactly what was happening other than it was really frightening. You know, when you get so frightened that you just get paralyzed. And this is the time when I remember first meeting my guides, my ancestors, my guardian angels, who used to just come and say, hey, come with us. It's time to leave your body. And we'll outlive my body and we'll go to different places, planets, galaxies. We'll do astral traveling together, right? And I think that if it wasn't for the guides, the ancestors, and that experience for them disassociating me from my body whilst I was experiencing this trauma, I think I would have probably been in a worse off situation. So because of them, I learned a lot. And in that time when I was mute for that 1 year, it was like I was in a class, in lessons with them, learning, growing, asking questions, understanding the mission that I had on this planet, and just being really disappointed that I was here. So the reason why I do what I do is because, like I said, I understand what it's like to have no one, and I understand what it's like to having just hope to hold on to. So I want to say to you that the takeaway from my channel is, even though I have been to the depth of hell and back, life is magical. Life can change around. Life can become so beautiful, so divine. And it is, like I was saying in the readings last week, it is about making a choice. I remember the day when I just made a choice, just like that there's a purpose for everything that I've experienced. There's a purpose for me being here. And from that moment, everything turned around. This is when I found my husband. This is when life just became beautiful. This is when I started seeing money, wealth coming in. And so I think like the deciding and having the profound understanding that everything that you've experienced up to this point, there's a reason for everything. Okay, so again, thank you for everyone who sent your messages. I appreciate you as well. So we're going to be looking at our tarot cards. We're going to be looking at our oracle cards as well. So as I'm getting your oracle cards, I want to remind you that we have our candle magic ceremony that is going to be happening on the 16th of August, connected to the beautiful energies of the Leo new moon. The Leo new moon is not only magical, it is fun, it's about creativity, it is about tapping into what it is that you want to create. It is that childlike energy that really makes the shift from, like I said, from the depth, and make that shift into something that you are going to be proud of, that you are going to look back at and look at the journey that you've been through, and understanding that everything was there for a reason. As I'm looking at these cards that are here, I can see why these cards are here, and I can see why this moon is here. So there's going to be like a powerful shift and a transformation connected to the energies of the Leo new moon. For everyone who wants to take part in the candle magic prayer ceremony on the 16th of August, go to the description box below, reserve your space on the ceremony, and then remember, please, to write your petition about what it is that we're praying for, okay? And on my website, you'll be able to find other rituals, ceremonies that are there connected to cord cutting ceremonies, banishing ceremonies, removing hexes, bad luck, and spiritual cleansing ceremonies. Everything is on my website. I feel that for me, what I really experienced and what really, truly, absolutely 1,000,000% helped me through the transition, through everything that I experienced, was prayer. Me, my guides, and my ancestors used to pray a lot from a young age. We really just used to be like in prayer to preserve my mind, to preserve my sanity. When I was age 5, after I'd been mute for 1 year, the psychiatrist, the doctors classified me as being mentally ill, okay? Because I'll tell them, when I started speaking, I started telling them about my guides, about my ancestors, about different dimensions, about the planets that I came from, or where my ancestors came from. And at that time, there was no internet, there was no research, there was nothing. And I understood that I was from the planet Lyra. And I used to tell the doctors that my guide said that I am from a planet called Lycra, because that's what I thought they were saying. And at that point, the doctors were saying to my mom, you know, she started speaking now, but I think that she's lost her mind, and it is now up to you to go and figure it out, okay? Because everything in this country, you have to pay. That thing is free here. So at that point, my mom accepted the situation for what it is, and we stopped going to the doctors. I became better, and the rest is history, like they say. So let's get our oracle cards to see what the messages that are here for you, okay? All right. So like I was saying, energies of the Eight of Swords is that energy where the divine is saying to you that hope is here, okay? Hope is waiting for you to decide to lift up your head and to see the opportunities for a better life. Your castle, your upgrade, your everything that you are praying for, that you are hoping for, is already waiting for you. But understand that the energies of the Eight of Swords is connected to feeling and thinking. The swords operate on the mental plane, so it's more than feeling, it's actually thinking. Thinking in your mind, in your subconscious mind, that you are stuck, that there is no hope. This card here that is there, I really feel this energy that reminds me when I was a child and there truly was no hope. In my mind, in my thoughts, we're just like, what is the purpose of everything? And I look at this donkey that is there, and I feel that my guides and my ancestors were always there giving me that warm embrace and reminding me on a subconscious mind and in my mind that things will get better, but it is ultimately my choice to decide to go in new directions, to decide to protect my mind. It's interesting that this girl is like that mental protection that is there. I was telling you that my guides used to protect my mind very much. So the divine with this card that is here is saying to you that hope is there, absolutely. It is important for you to lift up your head and to start looking, because when you start looking, you're going to see opportunities that are going to come and improve your life, that are going to come and liberate you from the situation that is here. So the divine is saying it is important to understand why you are here listening to this reading right now, because ultimately the Two of Swords is about having a choice. You can decide to let your sorrow, your situation drown you. You can decide to let your situation steal hope and to kill hope. or you can decide that there has to be something better out there. You can decide that everything that you've experienced, all the nightmares and everything that you've experienced up to this point, there was a reason. Even though right now you might be feeling like you're surrounded by that wall of fire, you might be feeling like you're torn between a rock and a hard place, the divine is saying this is all an illusion. This is all in your mind. These swords, like I told you, operate on the mental plane. And if you tap in and tune into your heart and to activate your third eye, you'll be able to see that there is something bigger than you out there. You'll be able to see and understand that connecting to your guides, to your ancestors, to the divine is going to activate you, starting to go on a new chapter where you are feeling renewed, refreshed, where you're feeling excited about the future that is here. Because now we can see that you're on a journey, something has happened, you made a choice, your guides, your ancestors led you, your guides and your ancestors reminded you that they were always here all along. And as you're accepting the help, you're activating the energies of the Page of Wands. Then look at you now, look at the joy that is here. So the Page of Wands is about going on a new journey, on a new chapter, connected to messages that have come in, that have allowed you to liberate yourself mentally from where you are right now. Because the pages are connected to messengers. So perhaps this reading right now is a message. I am the messenger and I am the vessel that is giving you some important, profound messages that are going to be helping you shift how you're thinking, how your subconscious mind is operating, so that you can shift into the energy of joy. You can shift into the energy of feeling excited about what the future holds for you. So as you can see, the Page of Wands is all about having that passion, that fire, that drive as you're going in a new direction. You are a million miles away from feeling like this. And now here, as you're actively moving, as you're being proactive about your situation, you're starting to see that there is something different, there is something profound, there is you believing that the future is better. So I really like the energies that are there for you, because not only are you on a new journey where you're feeling excited, where you're feeling passionate, you are actually having a new beginning connected to your money, connected to your health, connected to the energies of the Ace of Coins. So the energies of the Ace of Coins is all about a new beginning connected to your health. I feel that the Eight of Swords, as you're making that mental shift, this is going to be affecting your health in a good way, because the aces are about a new beginning. And when your health is good, when your mental space is at peace, you're able to activate your wealth, you're able to activate your abundance, and you're deciding to use that energy of the Leo new moon to activate this Page of Wands card that is here, that is connected to that childlike energy. So can you see how there is a story that is here that the divine is wanting you to understand as you're going in your new direction, okay? As you're feeling excited about the future, there is an activation that is going to be seeing you taking this seed and planting it on that Leo new moon and activating a new beginning for yourself. And this new beginning for yourself is going to be liberating you from everything that you have experienced and allowing you to be at peace. One moment, I think Elvis wants me to open the window. Elvis? Ellie? Elvis? Okay, he'll come back when he wants to. So, moving on to the next set of cards that we have, you have the energies of the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands, you are listening to this reading that is here. It's activating something deep within you. You're listening and you're starting to look at how you might have created blockages. These blockages could have been because you were trying to protect yourself. Because indeed the energies of the Nine of Wands is having gone through a lot of battles. It's having gone through a lot. You are bruised, you are battered, you are just feeling like, what is the point? What is the point of it all? The Nine of Wands is like giving it that one last chance, that one last push that changes everything. So I feel that there is a passion, a fire that is being ignited within you as you're listening to this reading, to go on a journey one more time, to give it your all, to understand that everything that has happened up to now, come to peace with that. And as you come to peace with that, you're able to start bringing down all the boundaries, all the obstacles that you've created when you were trying to protect yourself. For me, I know that me trying to protect myself from the world, me trying to protect myself from people, being an empath, I really absorb people's energy. And I just felt that I needed to stop absorbing people's energy, and I build boundaries to stop trying to help everyone, because having gone through a lot of trauma, I think maybe by default, you just want to give everyone hope. You just want to uplift everyone. You just want to inspire everyone. And before I started going on this journey, like consciously going on this journey, I just used to send out my energy everywhere, and it used to deplete me up to a point that I didn't want to go outside, and I became a hermit. At heart, I am still a hermit. I don't really like being in people's company. I'd rather be by myself. I'd rather be in my own presence, because my own presence is peaceful. My own presence, I can connect to the divine. But my guides and my ancestors always tell me that you're here to help other people. You're here to inspire other people. You are here to give hope to other people, because you've been through it. You understand how to shift, to move, and how not to give up. So I found a way of being in my own home and starting this tarot channel so that I can help, I can assist, but at the same time, not being in contact with people's energy. So equally for you, I feel that you're starting to look at yourself and how you have created this barrier in a way of protecting yourself, and how you're seeing that this barrier, you can work in a different way and still be able to help, and still be able to fulfill your purpose, and still be able to be present. Okay, so find ways of bringing this barrier down, but also in a way that is authentic to you, in a way that feels right to you, in a way that you still feel protected, because it is always important to protect your energy. You have the only major arcana card on the table, which is the Tower card. So there is going to be some endings that are going to be here. On the Tower card, you have the energies of the Two of Swords. So let's bring this card that is here, and I'm going to also bring our Oracle card that is there. So the energies of the Two of Swords, like I already told you, is about making some decisions. It's about understanding that you haven't been listening to your intuition, or you still doubt your intuition. The divine is saying to you, the more you doubt your intuition, the more you allow toxic situations to happen to yourself. And you're always asking why. These snakes, these people are always backstabbing you, but you're never asking yourself, didn't my intuition tell me that this was going to happen? For some of you, you don't know how to rely on your own intuition. So the divine is saying that it is important for you now to start making a choice, not to be so much in your mental, in your mind. There is something bigger out there than you. There is something bigger out there than your mind. When you connect to the divine galactic energies that are around, you're able to start understanding that you are, I reminded you last week, that you are a God having a human experience. You are an aspect of the divine having an experience. So the divine is saying to you, it is important for you to remember that you are an aspect of the divine. You are a God having a human experience. And so there is more to this world than what you can currently see, what is going on in your mind. It is important for you to start activating your intuition, start listening to your intuition, start understanding. Because before you walk into any situation, your intuition is always going to be ringing those alarm bells. And if you decide to proceed, then things are going to happen. And then you're going to be like, why did this happen? So the divine is saying that for some of you, starting to make choices on how to listen and understand when your intuition is trying to warn you. There could just be a tower moment that happens that finally helps you understand that your intuition was telling you all along that this situation, this relationship, this whatever wasn't going to work out. And nonetheless, you decided to go ahead anyway. And then the tower moment, boom, happened. So the divine is saying, learn. When tower moments happened, learn, look back. Because life makes sense when you are looking back. Because now you can piece all the pieces together. And now you can see the whole complete picture of what was happening. You can see, oh, my alarm was ringing. My mind, my subconscious mind, my intuition was telling me something, but I decided to go ahead anyway. And I didn't see that my intuition was telling me that I am walking into the den of fire. And as I walked into the den of fire, not only was I burnt, I also experienced a lot of toxic situations. I also experienced a lot of lies, a lot of deceit, and the tower moment happened. And as I look back, I can see why everything transpired the way it did. So the divine is saying that going forward, you're going to start learning to understand, to lean on your intuition, to see what your intuition is trying to tell you. And again, you see by going within and activating your third eye, because your two eyes are not as powerful as that one eye that is there. So your third eye is able to see and is able to tell you what your intuition is seeing. So before you proceed forward, you're always looking, you're always asking your intuition, is this the right thing to do? The energies of the 8 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and the 1111 card. The divine is saying to you that there's a sense of you now starting to understand how everything that has happened, all the disappointments, everything that has happened up to this point, why it happened. And you're starting to understand that you are that warrior that is here. And now you're inspired to give life one more chance, but leaning into your intuition, because you're understanding that your intuition is going to be guiding you, is going to be leading you. And as you're removing these blockages and barriers that you've created to protect yourself, you're going to be activating magical moments to start coming into your life. Okay, so you're going to be experiencing coincidences. You're going to be experiencing magical moments. So I want you to comment 1111 in the comment section below, because the divine is saying to you that there's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. And as you understand that on a profound level, you are going to start seeing even more magical stuff happening for you. And you're going to actually invite the tower moments to put endings to different situations where you've held on before, to put endings to how you are using your mind, how you're trying to calculate everything by yourself. And now that you're understanding that there is something bigger out there than you, you're starting to lean in to your guides. You're starting to lean in to your guardian angels, your ancestors, to the cosmic mind. And as you do that, your intuition is going to get sharper, and you're going to start deciding to start stepping away from the mind and start tuning in and going within. Because when you go within, you're able to see things from a higher perspective. When you're trying to use your eyes and your mind, you're very limited to what you can see. When you're using your mind, you can see what is around you. But when you are using your intuition, when you are going within, you're able to see, like I said, things from a higher perspective. And then you're able to see that a better life is waiting for you out there. A magical life is waiting for you out there. Your fairy tale is waiting for you out there. And then you get inspired to activate the energies of the Page of Wands and to go on a journey of self-discovery, to go on a journey where you're planting your seeds of intention on that Leo new moon. Because the Leo new moon, like I told you, it is fun. It is connected to your dreams. It is about play. It is about romance. It is about the good things in life. So you're taking this energy that is there, you're harnessing that energy, and you are planting your seeds of intention about what you want life to look like. And then, of course, because you're asking for something new to come into your life, don't be surprised when the tower moment gets activated, because the tower moments allows everything that doesn't work, everything that has been standing in the way, everything connected to how you were operating from the past to shift, to move, so that you can go in a new direction with a sense of understanding that there is something bigger that is waiting for you, something magical that is waiting for you. This is going to happen really, really quickly because you have the energies of the Eight of Wands that is here. The Eight of Wands is swift, fast, boom, boom, everything changes. So the Tower moment happens. You're not upset. You are not in your feelings about this. You're understanding that the Tower moment is coming to liberate you. And as you're understanding that the Tower moment is liberating you, you are now activating the Eight of Wands, those 8 magical wands. And as you're taking each wand, you are making your wishes known to the divine. I really like the energies of the Eight of Wands that is there. It's like the divine is giving you 8 magical chances. And how are you going to use them? I see that some of you, you're taking one of these magical wands and you are wishing on your true love to come in, on a love that's so profound. You're taking another magical wand and you're so excited about the future that you're creating, and you're wanting to infuse fun. You're wanting to infuse joy. You're wanting to infuse the good things in life. So maybe in the comment section below, think about it, about how you are going to be using these magic wands that are going to be gifted to you, because the Eight of Wands is about something swift, fast that just happens, okay? So let's let Elvis go outside. So let's have a look to see what is happening. I said to Elvis, whenever he comes in the readings and leaves the room, I'm always going to say, Elvis has left the building. So you guys, when you see that happening, you can comment, Elvis has left the building. He's there still listening. He's on the window ledge right now. So, interesting. You had the Two of Swords, okay, making choices, that is there. You have the Two of Wands that is here. Tower moment happens, boom. You are not crying about the Tower moment because you're actually seeing all the magic, all the good things that are actually being gifted with this ending that is here. And as you're accepting the gifts that are coming in, there's a sense of joy that is there because you feel liberated, okay? And as you're feeling liberated, you are activating the energies of the Two of Wands. So you're feeling free. You're feeling excited about the future. You're feeling like anything is possible. And as you're feeling like this, the Two of Wands, I see you now taking that wand. Like I told you, you're taking a wand and you're making a wish. You're taking another wand and you're making another wish. So you're taking a wand that is there. Some of you are deciding to maybe to relocate, to go to a different country. Maybe you're deciding that, you know what, I've always wanted to travel. You go traveling. You decide, you know what, I've always wanted to live in a different place. You make a choice and you move. So there's going to be a lot of movement that is here. But the movement that is here is full of passion, is full of fire. It is just electric. I like the fact that the Tower moment has that thunder. Is it thunder? No, lightning. So the lightning is there. And the lightning that is there is giving the fire that you can see that is here. And as you're taking the fire, because the element of the wands is connected to fire, and as you're taking that fire, I told you already, the Page of Wands, you're on a new journey. And now you're asking yourself, what do I want to experience? What do I want to create? I'm holding the magic wands in my hand. And what am I creating with this? And there's a sense of excitement that you've never felt before. And as you are utilizing that sense of excitement, the divine is saying to you that, of course, okay, there just could be things that happen in life because life is always up and down, up and down. You are learning. Sometimes you're feeling the joy, the exhilaration, the excitement that is there. Sometimes you feel that there are some roadblocks that are standing in the way, connected to the trauma and the challenges that you've experienced in the past. And you stop, you make a choice about what you want to do. So the divine is saying that even though you're working with the element of magic, excitement, fun, joy, it is always also advised to look at your subconscious mind and to see the programmings that could be still be running in the background, because these could still be coming up and creating roadblocks and creating challenges for yourself. So for some of you, even though you are on this journey that is really exciting, that is profound, the divine is saying to you that roadblocks will come in. And when they do, don't allow yourself to feel depressed. Don't allow yourself to feel that you have failed. No, you haven't. This is an invitation to make a choice, to go back within, to go and look at your subconscious mind and to see what programs that are still running. And you are deleting those programs and you're replacing them with something new. And you go on your way, you go on your journey, and it is like that until you get to a point where life just feels absolutely amazing. You are now at the top of the mountain and you cannot believe how far you have come in such a short amount of time, because the energies of the Eight of Wands, this is short, this is quick. So you are looking back, doing your shadow work, doing whatever it is that you need to do, removing the challenges, the obstacles that you've placed without you knowing, because you're trying to protect yourself. And as you are shifting forward, you are seeing that life is good. So for me, when I was going on my own journey, for instance, being that I was born homeless during a war, scarcity, poverty, all that type of thinking was deeply ingrained within me. So I created the protection wall, a strong, solid, protective wall. But then over time, I found that this wall that I built around myself was actually stopping me from growing, was actually stopping me from showing up. Before, there would be no way that I would come and do readings on YouTube. I hated my voice. I was mentally weak. I didn't have faith in myself, low self-esteem, all those things. So as I'm going on my journey, something would happen and I would have to go back and see the programming that was created when I was born and when I was young, and to see how it is running and how it is creating the experiences that I'm creating for myself, because I took ownership of everything that happens in my life. All the bad things that happen, there's a reason for them happening. I sit with them. I ask them, why did you happen? And I see the lesson and I go back into my subconscious mind and remove that barrier, that blockage that I created for myself as a way of protecting myself. The way I didn't trust people, the way I didn't want people near me, the way I just wanted to be just by myself, that hermit mode. So for you, it's going to be different. So you're going to be seeing that as you're growing, as you're going places, there will be challenges, there will be obstacles along the way. This is not just like, boom, suddenly, everything is just magical. I really feel that my guides, my ancestors were telling me to tell you that, because sometimes when you go on a journey and you are not prepared, then when a challenge happens, you fall even harder than before. Okay, it is like going on a journey, like we saw here. You go on your journey. Do you not pack a spare wheel? Do you not have maybe a first aid kit? Do you not have provisions just in case? So the divine is saying to you, yes, magic is going to be happening. Life is going to be good, but life doesn't just go on a straight line like that. Life always goes like this. It's like breathing. It's like a sine wave. Okay. So when you're up here and something happens, you go down, don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Keep going. Okay. And as you keep going, you start climbing back up again, even better than before. And then boop, something happens, you go back down again. But it's okay, because now you can start having fun with whatever doesn't work, with whatever happens, with whatever challenges comes along the way. And so you look back, you're like, oh, I still need to do some shadow work connected to. And you go and do that shadow work and you're on your way again. And then something else happens and you have to keep going, looking back, until it just becomes even rare for bad things to happen, because you have that self-awareness and you have that understanding of how your thoughts Your negative self-talk creates the experience of how someone comes and confirms that you are not all that in a bag of chips. You've maybe bumped into someone who's really rude to you. You encounter someone maybe in traffic and they're really rude to you. Instead of looking at them, you look at yourself and you ask the question, why did this situation happen? How did I mentally, maybe on a subconscious level, create this? And you start seeing how you were negatively talking about yourself, how whatever was happening. So it is never about the people out here or the experiences out here or the situations that are happening out here. You're creating everything internally and taking ownership and 100% responsibilities of what is unfolding in your life. This is where the magic happens. Because now you're understanding that when you are self-talking in a negative way, when you are self-sabotaging yourself in whatever way that it is that you do, you are creating the reality that is going to be manifested in your experience. So when you're very mindful about the self-talk, when you're very mindful about what is going on within, you start experiencing less and less challenges and blockages. Okay, so for me, I'm very mindful about the music I listen to, because music works in creating on a subconscious mind blockages, especially the popular music. I'm very mindful about what I watch, because entertainment is not just there to entertain you. It is there to manipulate you on a deep level. So I'm very mindful and create like a special diet for myself about what it is that I'm consuming, because I know that everything that I'm consuming is going deep within my subconscious mind. And I don't want anything to be infiltrating my subconscious mind. I don't want anything to be infecting my subconscious mind like a virus, because many things that are out there are like a virus. So as I'm saying that to you, you can see that something dropped on the floor, because I was thinking of all the different things, and boom, things are happening a lot faster, a lot quicker when you're very conscious about the words that you're using. So equally for me, I'm very conscious about music, entertainment, the people who are around me, everything. And because of this, I rarely have really like deeps, like up here then down there. It could just be like a bloop, like something dropping on the floor and breaking. What happened? Yeah. And it's actually funny. What actually broke was a protection salt. So the protection salt broke the glass that was holding it. So I see that everything always has a meaning, okay? And you're gonna start seeing the same, that everything always has a meaning. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at our last two cards that are there, and we are going to call it a day. So you have our cards that is coming in and saying that karma is coming, okay? And not only that, as we were saying before, do not ignore any red flags. Okay, and I feel that this is a really interesting energy that is there. So again, is this the right cards? Let me think. Okay, so again, the divine is saying that it is important for you to understand that you need to create peace within your heart, your soul, your mind, connected to everything that you've experienced in the past. Because past situations, you don't need to worry about this. Karma is going to come and deal with all these people that did whatever it is that they did. But it's always going to be your responsibility as you're going forward, not to ignore any red flags. As you're entering relationships, as you're entering situations, you're always very mindful of the red flags. Because remember, you had our card that is telling you, I should have trusted my intuition. So for you, it is going to be important for you to truly ask yourself, how am I feeling? Ask your subconscious mind, ask your intuition, even sit and pray. before you enter into agreements, into friendships, into new situations, because there just could be something that you're not seeing with your two eyes, but in a subconscious mind, you are going to have that feeling that is there, that something is not quite right. Do not ignore that feeling that something is not quite right, because someone looks amazing. They look like everything that you've ever wished for and more. But the red flags are flying high and you're entering into that situation, that relationship. So the divine is saying it is always going to be really, really important for you to not ignore any red flags, okay? To understand that the red flags are there for a reason, and your intuition is picking up on those red flags, and your intuition will connect and communicate with you that something is not quite right. So whatever you're doing, as you're going forward, it is important for you to understand that the red flags are there, and your intuition will tell you, and to listen, because your intuition is trying to protect you. So I'm having a look to see what else is there. Okay. I think that's pretty much the message that the divine wanted to give to you. So again, Capricorn, if you've watched this reading all the way to the end, when we're talking about karma is coming, comment the sword in the comment section below, okay? And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here as we're closing off these tarot readings. I hope you are growing and you're making profound changes in your life, and you are shifting, that by the end of the year, you are going to be someone who is going to be unrecognizable. I want you to grow. I want you to have whatever it is that you pray for and more. I hope you manifest all your heart's desires. And I hope that you also do the healing, do the shadow work, because you could have it all. But if the shadow work and the healing is not done, this is going to keep on coming in and creating those blockages. This is going to keep on coming in and creating challenges for yourself. So don't run away from the shadow work. Don't run away from doing the healing. Don't run away from yourself, okay? Do whatever it is that you need to do now, because when it is time for you to go and enjoy your life, when you've taken that seed of intention and that seed of intention is now growing into something amazing, you don't want then these energies to be coming in and creeping in, because then it is just disappointing. Then it is just even more heartbreaking. But life is what it is, okay? And it is up to you, because this is your human experience, to do the growing, to do the shadow work. You make a choice what is right for you, okay? So I'm gonna see you in my next reading, and it is a goodbye from me. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I'm gonna see you very soon. It's a goodbye.